AITA for wanting to spend time with NY wife, instead of babysitting my little sister? I, 24M, and my wife recently had our 5-year anniversary. We had planned to go to a nice restaurant, then ride in a hot air balloon and then go to a lake and relax. I was going to buy her flowers and all. Then out of the blue, one day before my anniversary, I get a text from my mom demanding me to babysit my sister for a week, while she and my dad go visit my aunt who recently got diagnosed with leukemia. Now, I love my sister. We're 18 years apart but are still closer than ever. She has a bit of a mental challenge but otherwise is a pretty normal kid. I was debating whether to say yes, but I didn't want a kid in tow while I was having a date with my wife. So I politely declined and didn't get an answer. So I thought it was okay. The next day, we're at the restaurant when my phone starts buzzing like crazy. I check it and it's filled with texts from my mom and dad. They're calling me all sorts of things and saying that they showed up at my house, only for it to be empty. They're now ignoring me when I write to them and I haven't gotten an answer. AITA? Edit. My sister is currently staying with a family friend who we've known all our lives. The friend has 2 kids who are very close to my sister. The family friend said she wouldn't mind keeping her for the week as she gets a break from her twins, and encouraged me to relax. Edit. My aunt is not in critical condition. She is doing fine. She also lives far away, and it takes a couple of hours to get to her. NTA. This is ludicrous. Whose child is this? One day before my anniversary, I get a text from my mom demanding me to babysit my sister for a week, while she and my dad go visit my aunt. They need to understand that this is not how things work. NTA. You had plans. You politely declined, with notice. You are not your sister's keeper. It's on them to find a sitter and they had plenty of time to do so, but they failed to do that. I hope you had a lovely anniversary in spite of it all. Edit. Even with the info that your aunt was diagnosed with leukemia, your NTA, it was still on them to either make other plans or communicate with you at all rather than making demands. If they chose to go just one day later, then you could have decided if you'd be willing to keep your sister for a week. There were workarounds and other options. They just chose to ignore all of them. They're calling me all sorts of things and saying that they showed up at my house, only for it to be empty. The fact that you're even asking if you're the combined with the above suggests them ignoring your answers to them asking you for something probably isn't that new. I can see why they'd want to comfort your aunt, but you had plans. It was your anniversary. And no is a full sentence. NTA. Op politely declined and yet they still showed up at his house. And they're calling him all sorts of things? To me, this is proof that they didn't want him to babysit the sister. They were looking to dump the sister off, regardless of what measures they had to go to accomplish it. NTA by a long shot. NTA. You're a married adult and they think they can still demand things of you like you are a child living under their roof. Maybe they should try asking? Edit. You think your parents would know better than trying to dump their child on someone because things got inconvenient. NTA. You were completely right in assuming they accepted your response. Them not following up is on them, not you. They've learned something. They're angry now as the message sinks in. But in the longer term you've helped them. NTA. NTA. Babysitting anyone for an entire week is a huge ask, let alone the day before. It sounds like it wasn't an emergency situation either. You also declined. It's their fault they didn't plan and didn't take your no as a no. NTA. You said no. It's very troubling that they still showed up expecting you to be there to take your sister. NTA, let them ignore you. It's what they did anyway after you said no. NTA, damn good thing you weren't home when they decided to dump and run. NTA, lol at the audacity. Your parents sound like a nightmare. Setting aside the already made plans. Babysitting a 6-yo for a week on a single day's notice is a ridiculous request. You said you work full-time. And this kid is presumably in school. So how is that kid supposed to get to from school? Who is going to watch the kid while you are working outside of school hours? Zero logistics and just a drop-off at your house? JFC. NTA. You said no. That's on them for not listening. That said, they should either have someone else on standby to babysit, or just take your sister with them. This is on them, not on you. NTA. NTA, you declined. That's on them. I wouldn't have cancelled the date either. Poor planning on their part. NTA. Your parents are extremely presumptuous. Thry didn't ask and didn't even give you fair notice. They've now learned that you're not their on-call babysitter. Stop messaging them and let them come to you when they're done sulking. NTA. You set a boundary and your parents are pissed because they didn't get their way. In the future, sorry, we're not available. Please make other arrangements, should suffice. Let them ignore you. You did nothing wrong. NTA. No one has a right to impose that. You politely refused. Their failure to accept your decision was a choice. That is all on them. You had plans, they gave you no notice. You are NTA.
If you enjoyed this video, please check out our playlists full of similar content. AmITheAsshole is like doom scrolling for your ears. Please like, share, and subscribe.